Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Nndm, Nano Dimension. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to stay tuned on in towards the end of this video, because after this chart analysis, I have so much information to share with you guys about the S&P 500 index and other terms and things that go on with charts and also the market overall. So stay tuned for more information on that, and I hope you guys learn something new from all the information I have to share with you guys. If you're interested in knowing what ticker symbols I'm watching, live updates, weekly updates, and throughout the week there's daily updates as things unravel and show up on my charts and in the markets, you can join me on over at Patreon. The link is down below in the description to know what ticker symbols I'm watching and that you could possibly add to your watch list to keep a close eye on, do further due diligence, and make a rational decision based off of everything that you find. So if you want to know what ticker symbols I'm watching and what ticker symbols to watch, the best time to watch is now as the stock market is going down, so that there's no fear of missing out. So join me on over at Patreon. We have 10 plus ticker symbols already that we have on our watch list. So here we are. Nndm. Nano Dimensions has been going in a downward trend, and our resistance and support is a little bit narrow right now, and we're going to talk about it a little bit broader, but all it's been doing is collapsing, and it's already 50% from those highs. Could this continue? I mean, it's definitely showing the possibility. Now, no one knows the bottom, and that's the one thing every investor should be aware of. But let's look at how ARK Invest has been reacting. So this is Thursday to Friday, which were the last 2 days of the trading days of last week. So here we are with ARKQ. They had 7,351,684 shares. And for ARKQ on the 26th, they have 7,265,074 shares. So when you do the math there, it went down by almost 100,000 shares. So they've been shaving off some of their position. A lot of investors are saying, hey, they've been shaving off to buy more Tesla. Well, let's look at Tesla shares. Tesla shares, they had 549,041 in total on the 25th in ARKQ. It's number one. And when we look over to the next one, 542,571 ARKQ on the 26th. So when you look at the difference there, they shaved off some of Tesla too. So could they be buying Tesla or rebalancing Tesla into other ETFs? Possibly. But in this one, we're seeing numbers being shaved off. And I find that very, very interesting. And the one thing that I'm actually seeing them load up on, and not even sometimes, is Deere and JD.com and all these other companies that they feel that have more potential, I guess, or have more room to grow. But ARKQ overall, there was some selling going on from obviously the 25th to the 26th, and I don't want to keep bouncing around, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys how Tesla is not always being bought as well. So we're going to see that in the next ETF. So the other ETF is right here, ARKW, the 25th. And Nano Dimensions, they had a total amount of 6,118,268 shares. And when we look at ARKW, the 26th, they have 6,039,943 shares. So when we do the math here, they went down by almost another 80,000 shares. So important to watch this because, yes, they're rebalancing, but let's look at Tesla. Tesla's number one on this list. And let's see how they were on the 25th. So Tesla Inc. on the 25th, they had 1,132,004 shares. And when we look at Tesla on the 26th, they had 1,117,522 shares. So when you look at these numbers, they're going down. So it's not like they're rebalancing to go buy Tesla. They're rebalancing overall, or they're taking some profits within the process of this going down, and hopefully if they believe in these companies, which they're really having large stakes in, I think they're going to buy more as things hit a bottom, right? So why watch your unrealized profits start to dwindle down when you can take them and then you can buy back in at a lower price? It's very interesting to me how they're doing it. And right now, it's not looking like a red flag, but I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that they're selling. Some people are going to say they're just selling to rebalance. They want to buy more Tesla. I completely get it, but we need to be aware because one day they could be selling, 50,000 to 80,000 shares, almost 100,000, which is nothing compared to the 7 million that they have in one portfolio and the 6 million in another. But all of a sudden they can switch on us. This price goes down to like $6, $5, and they sold like 1 million shares. That's a big red flag. I do want every single investor to be aware. We need to watch this closely moving forward. I am not bearish on Nano Dimensions, but I do like to be prepared and aware. And is there potential in this company? I mean, I've been saying it since way back here when it was at $2. But, unrealized profits are dissipating here. And it makes no sense. And I see what ARK Invest is doing to hold away most of their unrealized profits and watch this just go down, even though they know it can come back up. But they can play the play twice. Like run up, take some profits, and then watch it go down as it hits a bottom. Load up some more and load up on the way up, and then ride this one up to newer highs. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but they're doing it very subtle right now. So it's not a red flag. If anything, they're still bold and confident. And I believe that since they haven't unloaded millions or hundreds of thousands at a time, I think that they don't see this going much lower. I mean, at least that's what it's looking like. So here we are. 50-day moving average is 1070. Anything above that is bullish. Anything below that is bearish. So we're in bearish territory right now. So what is the lowest point reached in the day? That was 896. I want every single investor and viewer to have that number in mind, because if that gets broken through, we could start to see newer lows and new support levels. The highest point was 1071, and it is literally 1 cent above the 50-day moving average. So those two definitely need to be broken through to reach newer highs and reach newer resistance levels. But before getting there, we have a resistance and support to look at. So 969, that's our first support. If that gets broken through, you definitely want to watch how it's reacting beyond that on the downward direction, if the bulls are trying to reappear, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, on the other hand, our resistance, the first point of reference that the bulls need to break through, and it's the highest point before it dipped to this low here, it is 1034. The bulls need to break through it, but I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that if the bulls break through it, it does not signify or guarantee that they're making it past the 50-day moving average and back into bullish territory. This is just an indicator to let us investors know that the momentum is continuing upwards, and if the bulls turn it into a support, they can pull away from it to get one step closer to the 50-day moving average to then end up in bullish territory. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. And hit that like button to let me know you watched this video, and share this with your friends and community. So stay tuned till the end so that you guys don't miss on all the information I have to share with you guys. Tune on in. So for everyone that has made it to this point in the video, what I want to share with you guys, and what video I don't want you guys to overlook. I know I talked about the stock market crash or correction video that I posted about almost a week ago, and I'm thankful for all of you guys that went ahead and took the time to check it out, the one down here. But today I posted another one going into more depth about why the stock market is down, how it could possibly continue going in this direction, and if we're really in a stock market crash or correction. Hopefully we're in a correction and not a crash, because a crash takes longer to hit the bottom, and it takes even longer to leave the bottom and come back up to a recovery. A correction is a healthy pullback that can continue to push and propel the market forward. Now, the one thing I do share with you guys here is how the Fed changed things up and what the Fed is doing moving forward. And what the Fed does will have a big impact on the market. I also share a link to one of the articles that I talk about in the video that you definitely want to check out. So jump on into this video if you have a chance. I posted it 2 hours ago. I don't want any single investor and viewer to overlook it. Now, over here, I have my Twitter, and I've posted some things here. But what I do want you guys to be aware of these tweets is that I'm just going to start sharing information and thoughts on here to probably motivate or even inspire investors and have, a perspective that they may not have had before. So if you want to join me on at Twitter, you definitely can. And if you want to know what stocks I'm watching live, the Patreon link is here as well. You can go ahead and join me there, and you'll see what ticker symbols I'm watching. And there's no better time than to be able to add ticker symbols to your watch list, be aware of them, do your due diligence on them while the stock market is pulling back. Again, I hope we're not in a crash and we're in a correction, but you can join me on over at the Patreon. The link will be down below. So this is one of the posts that I posted not too long ago, and I want every single investor to understand this, because I think that sometimes we as investors, and I did this a lot as a new learning and first time investor, jumping into ticker symbols I don't understand. I was just looking at the price. I was looking at the possibility of how much it can run up. I would look at the chart and I would say, wow, this stock was once $100 and right now it's going for $3, without knowing in my mind at all that there was this thing that, what the heck is this? We can have sex, or, oh my gosh, what is going on here? What is happening? What the heck, man? This is crazy. Anyways, guys, ignore that. I cannot believe that even is popping up here. So, what is happening? That's the section, what is happening? Literally, that's what I'm asking myself. But, back to what I was trying to say. I can't believe I just lost focus. I was jumping into stocks that had reverse splits. And I was thinking, $3 to 100. That's it. That's all it takes. No, it wasn't like that. It had reverse splits. It was never even worth $100 at one point. It was actually worth less than that, maybe $10, because the reverse split was 10 for every one or something like that. Who knows? And that $3, yeah, it looks like it can go up to 100, but it's really 30 cents for any investor that was in it before the reverse split, which is what happens. But anyways, 2 ways to know you are in a stock you understand. You believe in the company's mission and outlook, okay? That's the most important thing. You need to believe in the companies you're in. You plan on holding for more than just a day or even a month. If you're a day trader or you're a scalper or you're a swing trader, then maybe you know what you're doing and what your goal is. But when you're really looking for stocks that you want to understand rather than technicals and like jumping in and out, you want to make sure you're going to hold for more than a day, more than a month, and possibly even a year if you really feel the conviction or understand the company. So the goal is to find companies you understand. One thing I want every single investor to be aware of, especially new investors, you want to build a portfolio first before you start day trading and scalping. Unless you get lucky, you do options, you do a few day trades, and it's going well for you, then that's a very small percentage of investors, because at some point you always get burnt out. It's happened to me before in my learning experiences all the way to where I'm at now. You want to have a solid portfolio before you try those things. That's just something that I've learned from my experience. People could have a different experience, and I respect it. But I look forward to seeing your thoughts on that if you've experienced that before, that you got in, you started day trading, options trading, and everything was going well, and then you got burnt. I would love to see your guys' experiences if you want to share that down below. So here we are with another tweet I posted today, and the only place everyone runs from when it's on sale is the stock market. Isn't that something? And right now, it looks like we're in a correction. Hopefully we are. We're not in a crash so far. It could turn into a crash, and crashes take longer to hit the bottom. They take longer to come back up. But the one thing that it's looking like right now, and so far every article that I'm reading, it's saying that we're possibly in a correction, and a correction could be healthy. Okay, that's what it's saying out there right now. The Fed is not trying to raise interest rates, so that's another thing that might not allow things to like completely crash. We'll have to see moving forward, but so far right now, it looks like we're in a correction and not a crash. So one thing that I find interesting is when stocks are falling, everyone runs instead of focusing on in and saying, okay, why are they falling? Could it be temporary? And what stock is looking like it's on sale? Because I've seen the potential of the stock. Let me go ahead and take a shot at it, because this is the time to watch it. This is the time to do a due diligence. This is the time to do research, so that once you understand the company and you feel comfortable about it, you can make a rational decision as an investor. This is the time to dig deep and understand the companies and the stocks, because there's no sense of missing out or fear of missing out on any stock, because the stocks are falling. There's nothing running up. This is the time to dig deep so that you can prepare and be aware to then make rational decisions in the market as things continue to play out. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.